That they could see us online. Really
Yeah,
is.
it's cool. It seems like nowadays so many things are going towards the internet and everything, and this is our first telecast that we've done like this online, and I foresee us doing probably many more in the future.
You used to watch everybody on TV, your favorite bands, on a pay-per-view special, but now online is new technology, and you can have it right there on your laptop at home in your office or at home in your dining room or your kitchen. So, Backstreet Boys are back.
High energy show. Actually, we've got some pyro. We've added some stuff into the show that's going to make it hopefully a lot more entertaining. I mean, just what the Backstreet Boys have brought for the past 15 years that we've been together, and that's an amazing show because we take pride in our shows, and that's been a big reason why we've stuck around for so long.
I think any differences or similarities in our fans, I mean, probably the biggest thing would be the language barrier, but yet, even if they can't speak to us, they're still out there singing all the words to all the songs. It's just something really kind of astounding to, watch, to be in Asia or to be in Germany or to be, wherever we've been, and to see all these kids just out there singing all of our songs, and you try to have a conversation with them during like a meet and greet, and you're like, can we get a translator? Anybody, please? But I mean, our fans are just the best fans all the way around the world. They've been so supportive and so loyal, and they've all grown up with us. I mean, we're seeing so many familiar faces all the way around the world.
No, it's been great. Like all the rest of the guys have been saying, some of these fans have been with us since day one, literally, coming over here, and they've been on tour with us, literally for 15 years, and it's great. I mean, we have some of the best fans all around the world, and they support us not only in the group stuff, but whatever we do individually, whether it's charity-wise, whether it's solo stuff, whatever it is. They're amazing. They're the reason why I think we're still going this day, and because they give us a reason, to keep moving, and keep on doing what we do.
I think the fan frenzy also too, if I might add on, as far as it's kind of a little strange, after 15 years and that we've, gotten older and been around for a little while, to still see the fans at like the hotels, waiting outside and how they react. It hasn't changed all that much, which is kind of astonishing in itself. And I mean, like how I said, we have great fans, but I don't know, this roller coaster ride it just keeps going and going.
The recording process to make the new CD was actually, it was a little different than we had done on like past records. We went and started in Nashville and kind of locked ourselves in a studio for about a month, almost 5 weeks, to just write and be heavily involved with the creative process of making this record. Records from the very beginning, writers and producers would send in songs and we would okay them and then go and cut them. And we weren't really as involved with the writing process and the creative process. We were also really young and naive and not really where we are as writers today. And we were really adamant about going in and really being heavily involved, and it ended up working out amazing. I mean, we got some amazing records out of Nashville and out of LA, and we also went in and we also tried a different recording method where we would go in one at a time, whereas before it was always going in as a group and waiting your turn to go in and sing your harmonies or sing your leads. And this time around we tried it a little differently where let's say Brian would go in first for a couple hours and cut all of his harmonies and all of his leads, and then Howie would go in and do the same thing, and vice versa for me and Nick. And that way everybody got a chance to sing the entire song as if it was their own. And then the producer went through it, picked who's going to sing what, and the songs turned out the way they did, and we got to really be a part of the A&Ring process as well.
I think that we just tried staying true and to who we are by this record. We wanted to make a record that kind of took a little bit, the fans back to what we were, known for, more pop melodies and harmonies, as well as kind of, where we are at right now and where we're looking to go in the future. with our sound. And so hopefully, they'll look at the hard work that we put into it and just appreciate it. And it's another record. We're getting ready to start our recording for our next record here pretty soon, and crank it all back up again.
Inconsolable was actually was the last song that we recorded on the record. We had finished the album, and we were going to go forward with the song, a different single, and then we got this song in, and we had listened to it, and immediately fell in love with the song. We felt that it was very similar to what like Ryan said, like what we've done over the years, and it had a distinct Backstreet Boys sound to it. So we decided to go in and record the song, and it turned out phenomenal, and it turned out to be the first single. And Inconsolable is it's one of those, I think it's a timeless song, and it's kind of like what we've done over the years, release timeless singles and had great songs, and it's great melodies, and it's one of my favorite songs on the record.
Let's see. The song "Helpless When She Smiles" was recorded with John Shanks. We've worked with him in the past in our career, in the highs and lows. John's a good friend of ours. He's an amazing producer when it comes to live instruments. He can play every instrument in the studio himself, so he's a hoot to be around. But "Helpless When She Smiles" is, it's just one of those typical Backstreet Boys, like "I'll Never Break Your Heart" crooning ballads. It's as close as you get to Backstreet Boys doing country music as well. It's got a little bit of a country flavor to it, but when you think of big choruses and overpowering choruses in songs, you think of "Helpless When She Smiles," and I think everybody did a great job performing on the record. And it's, like I said, it's a typical Backstreet Boys song, and John Shanks did a good job producing it. So,
well, what's on our agenda for 2008 is to finish up this tour that we've started, which has been an amazing run, successful run in Asia, in all of Europe, and then heading over to America and North America, and going to Canada as well. Also, which has been pretty long, but it's been a lot of fun. I would say also prepare. We got a couple things in the works, whether it's a TV show possibility or whether it's starting to prepare to record the next album, doing the groundwork for that. That's kind of like what would say the band is doing individually. I mean, AJ's starting to. He's finished up his album. I mean, you tell him what you're doing.
I finished up my first solo record this year, and doing a bunch of like smaller size club venues to kind of promote for like during our downtime. I actually have my very first one here at the O2 tomorrow night at the Indigo Club, which is inside here, which I'm anxious to go see it before our show because I really want to see what it looks like. And then have a record out later this year, and then probably touring next year, top of the year. I'm really excited about it. I mean, this is my first one. Nick's already had his very first record, as well as Brian. They're both working on their second.
I'm actually going to jump back into the studio in like September to start recording a second solo record as well.
And Howie as well is finishing his record. So you'll actually see 4 solo songs tonight in our show. Myself and Howie do songs that most of the fans have never heard, and then Nick and Brian do songs from their debut records as well. So overall, it's going to be a busy year this year for the rest of the year, and a busy year next year. So
Yeah.
So to answer your question, it'll be 2009 here in a second.
Yep.
pretty much.
We're booked.